Here we have a schedule condition we prepared last year for a commercial client taking on a lease of a 5,000 square foot industrial building with some accommodation in Hampshire. Just going through the layout of the report. So front cover, who the surveyor was, in this case me, when the inspection date was and the date it was issued. I should say that report sensitive information like property address and client information has been redacted. Contents page, so setting out each section of the report. Here's the introduction, so what terms we've been instructed on, any limitations, and then the third party clause, so who the purposes of the report for, inspection date, weather conditions, and orientation of the property, just all good housekeeping stuff. Glossary of terms, so these terms are referenced throughout the report and what they actually mean, or we'd like you to take them to mean. Site description, so this will go into more detail about, or a high level overview of how the property is constructed, where it's located, what kind of building services there are from an electrical and mechanical standpoint, and just describing the property more generally. And then we come into the descriptive schedule, which breaks down each element of the property. So section 1 is roofs, and then the sub-elements. So pitch roof covering. This property also had a flat roof, so that's split out again. Roof lights, parapets, gutters, etc., etc. And then we go down to next section, elevation. So again, we've got to have cladding, brickwork, external windows, industrial doors, pedestrian entrance doors, fire exits, for example. And then external hard standings or external areas associated with the property. And then moving inside, so internal areas. So this had a number of internal areas, as you might imagine. We had warehouse, office accommodation, circulation spaces such as stairwells, corridors, and then WCs and other ancillary spaces. So that kind of concludes the descriptive section. Again, each element will have a description column and then a corresponding condition column, and then it will reference where in the photographic schedule you should look to find supporting photographic information. And then if we move into the photographic schedule, again, the introduction page, which shows how many photos in each section and which section corresponds to the descriptive schedule. Again, the photographic schedule will be set out like this, either in a 4 photo per page or 2 photo per page format. Photos undertaken using our mini drone, just to remove any access restrictions from the site and reduce the need to arrange cherry pickers and have additional costs to our clients. And you can see the high quality nature of the photos, fully capturing all the condition. I've just included the roof section in this example template just for size limit. It gives you a flavour of how the schedule is set out. Yeah, that is the schedule in a nutshell. Again, we would always recommend a schedule condition to be produced by a qualified person in order for it to be prepared and formatted in the industry standard, and then it can be given to the landlord or your solicitor for agreement and inclusion in the lease documents. And I think the real benefit of having the descriptive section and the photographic section is it stands the test of time. From my experience, photographic only schedules can be lose their quality of images over time. So if you're taking out a 10 or 15-year lease, if you can imagine, these documents get printed and scanned again, and that degrades the photo quality. So at least with the descriptive schedule, you have that quality kind of and clarity ingrained in the Word format rather than just the visual format. So yeah, thank you for listening and take care.